Kristin Holt, and you've been cheating. In a Hawaiian restaurant, they'd call a show like this a poo-poo platter. There's a little something for every taste. From Final Fantasy XII to NFL Street 3 to Touch Detective. I'll show you how to get the most out of your game time right now on Cheat. Cheat, where the name of the game is beating the game. I'm Kristin Holt with another dose of tips, tricks, and cheats. We have a great lineup today with something for adventure lovers, sports fans, and wrestling freaks. But first, let's kick things off with a nice, wholesome demon summoning in Final Fantasy XII. Don't you just hate it when you get attacked by a gigantic wall that's possessed by evil demons? Yep, that's the question you have to ask yourself in Final Fantasy XII when you wind up in the dangerous Tomb of Wraithwall.
Vicious beasts, fiendish traps, something like that?
Yeah, pretty much. The adventure actually starts outside of the tomb. You see, Princess Ashe and Vaughn are searching for a mystical ancient artifact known as the Dawn Shard.
The last of these relics was the Dawn Shard.
But when they find what they're looking for, it turns out the tomb's guarded by a huge bird monster called a Garuda. If you're stuck on this pesky avian, here's a quick solution. Use a bunch of Exor berries on him to lower his hit points and defenses. Once you do that, killing him should be a cinch. Once you get indoors, you're attacked by a demon wall, a gigantic monster made up of body parts, swords, and other bits and pieces. He quickly sandwiches you between himself and the door, and if you run out of breathing room, it's an instant game over. There's no point in trying to take this boss out now. He's got well over 15,000 hit points, and he's not giving them up for anything. Just pull a 180 and hightail it to the nearest exit. Don't feel bad, there's no shame in running. In the next room, prepare to greet a very familiar sight. That's right, the demon wall's back, and this time, it's personal. You've got no choice but to fight, so run forward and face him head on. Fortunately, the layout of this room allows you a lot more time to take him out. As you carve him up like a Thanksgiving turkey, make sure to hit the switches along the ledge. Some of them will actually delay the progress of the demon wall so that you have more time to slice and dice. Keep a close watch on your brawlers. The wall casts blind frequently, so it helps to bring a load of eye drops with you. Once he's done for, you'll reach the main room of the dungeon. Believe it or not, the layout's actually pretty simple. You're given 2 different paths, and all you have to do is follow each one to their end. Activate the pedestals at their respective finish lines. Of course, every time you flip a switch, ghouls, ghosts, and goblins magically appear. Kill them with your heavy hitters and use the ports to get to the second area of the dungeon, which is covered in a magical fog.
Not fog, mist.
Whatevs. Once you head downstairs, it's time for the main event, your bout with Belias. This gigantic fire-spewing monster is a tough beast to tame, but it's totally worth it. Once you defeat him, you can summon him at any time to do your bidding. The key to winning this heavyweight matchup is Vossler. Keep him healed as much as possible because his combo attack is killer. Belias's Faraja attack is surprisingly powerful, so make sure to use protection on all of your frontliners. And also bring a ton of handkerchiefs, because when he casts oil on you, you just know that he's about to unleash an inferno. Once you bring down this major monstrosity, you can summon him at any time, which is a huge help in tricky battles. Now head on in and grab that Dawn Shard. Come on, you know you want it. You even get a surprise visit from your dead husband. Now that's entertainment.
You will be avenged.
Of course, some people can never be satisfied with just one ancient mysterious artifact, can they? We'll illuminate your next big quest, the hunt for the Sword of Kings, next time. It's always nice to find a new friend. Of course, you don't typically meet new friends in a subterranean dungeon full of carnivorous wall fixtures, killer bats, and murderous royalty. But who am I to judge? Now, shifting gears from a console to a handheld, let's take a look at Touch Detective for the Nintendo DS. Who says girls can't be crime-solving gumshoes? Aspiring detective Mackenzie runs her own agency in the DS puzzler Touch Detective. But what's a detective without a sidekick? Sherlock has Watson, and Mackenzie has this little guy. The characters may be cute, but some of the puzzles are brutal. That's why I'm here to help you get through the end of episode 2 without snapping your stylus in half. Before you get all Veronica Mars, grab the astrology chart, coin and banana peel from the first section, the teddy bear, teapot, and sandwich from your room, and while you're at it, use the order slip to get some cookies from Sweet Mountain. Mackenzie's friend, Penelope, is missing, and it seems something is amiss at the planetarium. Time for some sleuthing. Lindsay is sitting out front, and she's the best lead on Penelope's location. First, open up the pastry bag and remove the ribbon. Bribe Lindsay with cookies and invite her to play dolls by disguising your spiky teddy bear with the ribbon to make it a little cuter. She falls for it, but your rival Chloe shows up to throw off your game. Try handing Chloe a clean coin, but her smooth moves only make things worse. Once you're inside, calm Lugal down with the teapot and distract Ogden with the unfolded astrology chart. Now's your chance. Grab the tweezers off the couch and say goodbye to your good hair day. Now, with all the lights out, make your way to the control room. Use your stylus on the box in the corner to hide. Once the coast is clear, use your assistant Fungi to further vandalize their equipment and find Penelope. What kind of planetarium is this? Trick Lindsay once again by playing hide and seek. She leaves the room, and now you can unplug your buddy. As you escape, Ogden freaks out, but use your knowledge of cheesy pranks to foil his plan. Case closed. I'm glad we have more hip female detective characters like Mackenzie in the media. It was pretty rough growing up to seriously identify with Aunt Jess from Murder, She Wrote. Are you ready to hit the gridiron? No? Well, good, because we're playing on asphalt in NFL Street 3 after the break. But first, here's a handy quick cheat for Scarface. Tony Montana is back in Scarface The World Is Yours for PS2, and he's gunning for everyone. Tony likes his guns and never hesitates to shoot, but ammo ain't cheap or free unless you want to cheat, which is why you're watching now, so go to the cheat menu, type in ammo, and every time you start running low, re-up the ammo. It's a lot easier to kill everyone when you never run out of bullets. Trust me.
Say you want a hot dog. You go up to the vendor and you ask how much. He says, give me your name and social security number. You probably won't buy from him. So why put up with it when you're looking to buy car insurance online? At Allstate, you can get a ballpark estimate without even giving up your name.
Go to the new getallstate.com. Without even giving your name or social security number, you can compare different car insurance options and levels of coverage and get a ballpark estimate. Then, if you like the price, you can go on to get a full personalized quote with an option to buy online. People who switched to Allstate saved an average of $338 per year. Log on to getallstate.com now and see how much you can save.
Protecting you should start with respecting your privacy. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
I was working at a dead-end job. All I did was work. I was getting old at the age of 21, so I made the decision to go back to school. At ITT Tech, it was like a big family. It was refreshing. There was a lot of hands-on applications in my program. Now I work as an IT specialist for the federal government. I provide technical support for probation officers. I like teaching people. I like showing them that technology is our friend. My father is my best friend and mentor. I really went to ITT Tech because he never had the opportunity to go to school, and now he's very proud.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-327-1172 or visit us on the web. Get an education that can help you reach your goals. ITT Tech has information on financial aid programs for those who qualify. Call 1-800-327-1172 to apply.
There is a warrior on a quest to find the magic doorway that leads to E3, a fortress where video games are celebrated gloriously. But he must look in unfamiliar, treacherous, and hostile places. Does the door even exist? And can the warrior find this magic doorway that leads to E3? E3 07 Live, only on G4.
Ready for some football? Forget the stadium and that nice soft AstroTurf. If you really love the game, you'll kick off anywhere you can, even in the street. Here's how to score in NFL Street 3. So what if you don't have a field? The ball is all. I've got the game breakers you need to crush your opponents in NFL Street 3.
Yeah, man, put that in some.
So why do you think Peyton Manning gets all the commercials? Because offense is where the glamour's at, baby. Here's the intel on the offensive game breakers.
Thank you. Cheerio!
Sacked on your first 2 downs, huh? 3rd and long? Who cares? Your name isn't soft-tossing Danny Werfel. Bust out the game breaker bullet pass and rifle the pigskin for the first down. Booyah! Move the chains, big boy. Football isn't just about the aerial assault. It's also about running the ball, hitting the hole. Screw that. Make your own hole with the Game Breaker juke. Dive left and leave your left tackle behind with the rest of them. Remember, it's more fun ripping your own hole.
That's what I'm talking about, everybody. Big play. Yeah! Just try it.
Sometimes the yardage is tough to run. If you don't like it, pick up your skirts and go. But if you came to play, power straight up the middle with the Game Breaker spin. Knock back and decleat all those who attempt to stop you. Don't forget to wave goodbye to the fools on their backs. So you think you're a finesse player? Running to the outside doesn't mean you're weak. Prove your strength with the Game Breaker stiff arm and burst to the outside. Destination, end zone.
Come on, everybody. Good play. Yeah.
Marcus Allen had to dive head first. Michael Vick had to jump for the end zone.
First and goal to go.
Well, you're gonna do the same. Guarantee your end zone dance by jumping over linemen with the Game Breaker double jump. That's the sweet taste of the touchdown pie. Would you like a piece?
Like I always say, fellas, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
How many times have you heard that defense wins championships? Well, it's true. You're nothing without your defense. Ravens, Super Bowl 35, anyone? Anyone? Here are your defensive game breakers.
Take a picture, baby! MVP!
Remember when Larry Brown won the Super Bowl MVP? All because of the INT. When the other team is stuck in 4th and long, you know they're passing it. Take away their futile attempt with the Game Breaker interception. Now go crown yourself MVP of the game. Paper crown sold separately. In this world, the strands will always make the big bucks. You can easily count $1 million for every sack you get. Don't miss out. Bring down the quarterback yourself with the Game Breaker lock-on tackle. Nothing more beautiful than sacking a quarterback. Stay down, you pretty boy. Now, are you taking the gridiron seriously?
We on fire! That's what I'm talking about.
Would you like this order of cheat to go? We're happy to help. Just visit g4tv.com/podcast for clips of this and your other favorite G4 shows. It's no holds barred with SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 when Cheat returns right after the break. But first, here's a handy quick cheat for Saints Row. Shotguns and pistols just don't do it for you? Want something with a bigger impact? In Saints Row for the Xbox 360, you just need to whip out your celly and call this number. Before you know it, you'll be equipped with an RPG launcher that also has infinite ammo. The combination of a badass rocket launcher, never-ending ammo, and the police on your tail should make for an interesting night. Suge Knight would be so proud.
It worked on me, and it worked for a lot of people I know. Proceed works.
Attention, men with thinning hair. The pictures you're seeing are of men who used a revolutionary product called Proceed, a newly patented product that requires just one application every 90 days. Proceed works by increasing hair shaft diameter. In clinical studies, statistically significant increases in hair shaft diameters were achieved after a single application. And over just a short period of time, Proceed can make your hair thick, strong, and full enough to help diminish the appearance of thinning areas using it just once every 90 days. That's what makes Proceed so different and appealing to busy men.
Because it impacts the hair and doesn't fake it out or leave some gel on it to make it look thicker, my hair looks thicker because it is thicker. This is my real hair. That's what's so great about Proceed.
Proceed really worked for me. It was fabulous.
It feels like I have a full head of hair back there. It's like I really noticed a tremendous difference. I'm really happy with it.
Proceed makes you look great with virtually no effort. You gotta try this, guys. Stop the daily regimens. Get off the life sentence of drugs. Get started with Proceed to start looking your best right now.
Are the ravages of age on your hair making you look and feel older? Are you less confident in public, at the workplace, or around women? Are you fed up with daily routines? Well, now you can try Proceed absolutely risk-free. The exact product selling at Giuseppe Franco's of Beverly Hills for $450, yours to try for 90 days. Plus, order today and Proceed will include its volumizing shampoo and conditioner, altogether a $480 value. Use just one application. Wait 90 days. And if you're not 100% satisfied, send back the unused portion for a full refund. But keep the shampoo and conditioner as your gift for trying. Proceed. We're the one. Just one application every 90 days. Operators are standing by, so have your credit card ready to order right now.
I'm Giuseppe Franco. I'm not putting my name on the line for something that doesn't work.
Before the gremlins get you, get Progressive. #1 in motorcycle insurance.
Half of all U.S. businesses are home-based.
This free service helped me find the perfect home business.
Their free success kit made it simple. All you need is a computer and a little desire.
I'm making $10,000 a month.
I work only 3 days a week and make $9,000 a month.
We're making $12,000 a month.
And we have more family time.
Be a part of this $427 billion industry.
I made enough money from my home business to buy a new home.
Your successful home-based business is just a click away. So log on to 3hbb.com now.
Welcome back to Cheat. What is it about gigantic men in tights beating the crap out of each other that makes for such thrilling entertainment? I don't think I'm qualified to say, but if that's your kind of thing, now here's your chance to be one of those men. Let's get ready to rumble with WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2007. All you jabronis know your roles and shut your mouths, because K-Hole is about to bring the hurt with SmackDown versus Raw 2007 for the Xbox 360. Your goal is to climb that ladder, place yourself as the top athlete in this business, and add some major blingage around your waist. This game is known for its heavy counter system. Every move you do can be countered, including your finishers. This gets a bit frustrating, but you can always take advantage of your environment to get that W. This year's wrestling game features many hot spots. Use the strong grapple to grab the guy and move him to different locations inside and outside the ring. In the squared circle, grab the wrestler and move him towards the turnbuckle to perform the 10-count punch. You can also move him next to the ropes and he'll ride it like a pony. Ooh, that looks like it'll cause some chafing.
That's some very delicate equipment down there.
Pull a downed grappler by his legs towards the turnbuckle. Ah, the good old groin to the ring post move. You can take the action outside the ring as well. Drag your opponent to the announcer's table, place him on top, then press L1 to use your leap of faith finisher. Slam him into the speakers, utilize the weapons, throw him over the rail, and climb the scaffold to perform a devastating high-risk maneuver. Specialty matches provide lots of improvised weapons. Use the fence in a cage match or drop your opponent through the steel door on top of the Hell in a Cell for an easy 1-2-3. The ladder match has the most brutal moves. Drag a downed grappler towards the ladder and sandwich him. If he's made it all the way to the top, use a stored finisher to perform a sick superplex or a swinging neckbreaker. Place the ladder on the turnbuckle to perform some punishing moves.
Oh, man.
These matches are available in season mode. However, it's hard to defeat your rivals due to the lack of experience points. In singles matches, use regular grapples to ground your opponent. Begin dissecting him with kicks, elbows, and high-flyer moves. When his icon is red, perform your signature finisher. Cage matches are fairly easy. Throw your opponent to the bottom left corner and grab him to start off a minigame. If you time it right, you'll be able to crawl your way to victory. Use these tactics to take out the competition and unlock the DX intro and some of the old school wrestlers, brother. Okay, champ, it's time for you to hit the showers. We'll have another look at Final Fantasy XII after the break, but first, here's a quick cheat for Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Motorcycles are probably the vehicles most fun to steal in Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories for the PS2. But after hours of destruction and mindless criminal activities, including but not limited to robbery, assault and battery, and even auto theft, yes guys, it is a crime, you can start to feel the need to add a little change to your daily routine. Entering this cheat will change the tire sizes on your bikes from really large to super tiny.
Viewers agree, Attack of the Show is the source for everything you care about.
We really do know what you want!
Attack of the Show, next on G4.
So, where do you think this guy should move?
I'd say this way. And let's make sure that sound effect we used in the last level fits in here too.
This one?
Yeah!
You know, I'm so glad I got into game design. It's cool to be able to create the kind of games that we play.
I know what you mean. And the training at Collins College takes less time than most people might think.
Can you believe we get paid to do this?
For a complimentary DVD, call 888-823-0999. Operators are standing by. That's 888-823-0999. Call now.
Ready for new Colgate Max Fresh Burst? It's infused with more breath strips. 50% more. For an even bigger burst of icy refreshment. New Colgate Max Fresh Burst. Thousands of breath strips. One fresh ride. New Colgate Max Fresh Burst with 50% more breath strips.
Hey there, Sarge. Snap into a Slim Jim.
They're locked.
We invaded Mexico.
And loaded.
You shouldn't drink tequila.
This always happens when I eat the worm.
Bill Engvall, DJ Qualls, and Larry the Cable Guy. Delta Farce. Directed by C.B. Hardhaven and PG-13. In theaters Friday.
Every day, our lives become more integrated with technology. Ultra-fast computer networks and inventive communication devices are altering the way we interact day to day. As electronics technology becomes more sophisticated, there's a real need for people who can help design, develop, install, and maintain computer systems. The Electronics and Communications Engineering Technology program in the ITT Technical Institute School of Electronics Technology can help students develop skills to enter this fascinating field. Courses offer an expansive foundation in electronic circuitry and communications engineering technology. Today's technologists are helping to merge the real world with the virtual, pursue a rewarding career in technology, and help shape the future. ITT Technical Institute School of Electronics Technology. Education for the future. Call 1-800-327-1172 or visit us on the web.
His films have splattered across the screen.
Hostel's a more daring film than Cabin Fever.
He has horrified the critics.
If there's a line, he'll cross it just to cross it, not worrying about whatever implications are going to follow.
While spooking a whole new generation.
Everybody loves a good scary story. Everybody.
Step inside the dark and twisted mind of horror's rising star. Icons, Eli Roth, June 3rd on G4.
This show also available as a G4 podcast.
Welcome back to Cheat. Earlier in the show, you fought your way through a torturous dungeon in Final Fantasy XII. We're headed back to Ivalice for a second look, but this time, you get to stay above ground. The Still Shrine of Miriam may sound like a retirement community for Jewish hobbits, but it's actually the name of one of the trickiest dungeons you'll encounter in Final Fantasy XII. Vaughn and the crew are there to help Princess Ashe snag the Sword of Kings from this murky labyrinth. Yeah, it's a fixer-upper. Once you get inside, run over to the first switch. Now, if you activate it without knowing the secret, you'll get attacked by a horde of zombies. And since you're not playing Dead Rising, you probably don't want that. In order to avoid these ghoulish bad guys, you should have someone in your party equip the Dawn Shard. Now, the downside is that the accessory will rob that character of all their magic points, so give it to someone you don't like. We chose Ashe. You'll find yourself transported to a downstairs area where you'll have to kill a bunch of dragons and these bizarre stone-faced creatures. They look like a cross between Nick Nolte and a leather jacket. Activate the altar and head downstairs. You'll encounter a glowing green gem that appears to be a save point, but it's actually an evil monster known as a crystal bug. Once you've exterminated the insect, you can save and heal up. Keep heading downstairs until you find a teleporter that takes you back to the very first room of the dungeon. The west door is now unlocked for your plundering pleasure. Once you enter, your goal is to find 3 stone statues. According to the riddle, Guardians of 3 face ye the blade with... screw this. Here's the solution. You want to turn all 3 monuments so that they're facing the center of the shrine. As you run around, you have a great opportunity to rack up combos by killing zombie after zombie after zombie. Remember, the more enemies you kill of the same type, the better loot you earn. Oh look, we got festering flesh. That's appetizing. After you spin the second one, cast Protect on your party and prepare for a boss battle with the evil Venuskar. This one's actually not as tough as the intro cinematic might make you think. Just make sure to attack with your highest level characters and he'll hit the floor like a sack of experience points. Beyond Venusukar's lair lies the third and final statue. Once you turn it to the center, the Colossus spreads his legs so you can get past him. I'm not gonna comment on that. On the other side of his crotch is an epic boss battle. The Esper Mateus is surrounded by elemental enemies. We found that the best way to deal with these guys is to pull them towards the center of the room and then unleash a chain of quickening attacks.
Let me show you how it's done.
Make sure to link your attacks together and you should easily blow away those pesky distractions. Once they're dead, you can focus on the Ice Queen herself. If possible, summon Belias and have him do as much of the dirty work for you as you can. Make sure to keep your party members' hit points over 1,000,000 at all times. Otherwise, this Esper's fearsome ice attacks might make frozen dinners out of your friends. It's a tough fight, but if you win, you get to keep her as an ally that you can summon anytime. So trust us, it's worth it. But the big prize is the sweet new sword that you pick up. Of course, as usual in the world of Final Fantasy, there isn't much time to celebrate. Once you head outside, you see that the evil empire is attacking your buddies at Mount Baramasis, and it's up to you to stop them. You know what they say, with great power comes really effeminate clothing. Oh no, wait, responsibility. I meant to say responsibility.
His time is nigh!
And that's it for another episode of Cheat. If you missed any of these tips, visit us on the web at g4tv.com/cheat. And if you're stuck on a particular game we haven't covered yet, then write to us at cheat@g4tv.com. Until next time, I'm Kristin Holt, and you've been cheating. Today on Attack of the Show, Spider-Man 3 shattered